How do you report somebody who is asking to do something wrong to himself?
No. You don't. Everybody has a boss. The only person that doesn't have a boss in this country is the president. And so, if it is a public
Nigerian
official,
people are his boss.
exactly. And so, if it is a public official asking you to do something wrong, then you find out who that boss is and report it to that person. If you want to do it anonymously, you can report to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission.
So, what can they call your office?
You can call my office too. Many people have done so, and we have helped them, package their complaints in such a way that the responsible officers can deal with it.
Sorry to interrupt you there, but does your agency deal with just the federal government?
Yes.
Just the federal government?
Yes. However, our public services is cohesive. Nigeria cannot grow unless the states are also reforming.
But you must be worried about what's going on with the state and the local governments, especially, which is supposed to be closest to the people.
Yeah.
What will be your recommendations to reforming the service at the local level, where in some cases nothing goes on until there is a monthly allocation activity for 1 week and then it's dead again?
I think we really need to agree the governance structure that works for us. The 3 tiers of government that we have in our constitution, you could argue, may not actually be completely realistic. In truth, many of our local governments are appendages of the state governments. They're not truly independent in the way that they say, in the way that we think they should be. So I think we need to look at that again and say, okay, how exactly should we run our local governments? But in answer to your question, there's a very clear process for any reforms. The first is to understand where you are and why you are where you are. The second is to draw up some sort of a plan. The third is to have a means of assessing and evaluating that plan, communicating against it, and then planning what you're going to do to change it. It's a very simple, straightforward process, and that's what you do for
Is there anything being done about this perception or attitude, if we could use that word, wherein someone in the civil service thinks that if I have a job in the public service, civil service, I've got a job for life, and I approach it that way?
A lot has actually been done about that. There is now a tenure policy that says that at directorate level and at permanent secretary level, you cannot serve for more than 8 years. So the whole idea of a job for life doesn't actually exist, at least at the higher levels anymore. The second thing is we are finalizing the putting in place of a new performance management system that sets out this is what you come to work to achieve. And we have a means of assessing whether you're achieving that or not. And if you clearly are not achieving what you're set out to achieve, then there will be sanctions for doing that. So the whole idea of, I'm in a job for life and nothing will happen to me regardless of what I do, I think is beginning to change.
What about the disciplinary procedure? Something that it takes forever to discipline an erring public servant?
It is a major problem, and it's something that we need to do something about. Our Federal Civil Service Commission has started its own reforms, because that organization, before the current chairman, almost used to work as a trade union. And so you never got to sanction anybody, you never got to impose discipline in any area. But the current chairman has started a process of reforms. She started a process of computerizing the recruitment process, as an example. So you no longer have to go and pay somebody 1,000 naira to get a form. You can actually just apply online. So yes, we need, and I think if we complement that with the performance management system that I talked about, then this feeling of not being able to sanction them will
winding down now, what would you tell us, or what would you like us to describe as a significant change from when the summit is over, recommendations are made, and then maybe implemented by the agencies as yours, up until when the next NESG will happen? Which key thing should we look out for?
I think we should look out for a number of things. We should look out for streamlined ministries who have a clearer focus about what they are there to do.
Streamline, is that another word for merging?
There's likely to be some mergers, because some of the configuration we currently have, A, don't make sense, and B, is not citizen focused. I'll give you an example. We have a Ministry of Aviation that deals with air transport. We have a Ministry of Transport that deals with maritime and inland waterways and rail. We have a Ministry of Works whose job is really just roads. And so you get this disconnect where you land at Murtala Mohammed Airport in Lagos and you can't get to the local airport because the road you need is handled by a different ministry from the airport you've landed, which is aviation. And if you were to put in a rail system, that's handled by Ministry of Transport. So if you focus it on the citizen and say, we need to move our goods and our people in an integrated way, then you get an integrated transport system run by an integrated transportation ministry. And that's one of the things we hope you will see. We have a Ministry of Interior, we have a Ministry of Police Affairs. Why? You know, how many other countries have a Ministry of Police Affairs in addition to a police service and a police service commission? So you will see a different configuration of ministries, that's for sure. You will also see streamlined agencies, because again, our agencies have the most money. They're supposed to deliver direct to the citizens. We need to do better. We need to remove duplication in our agencies. We need to focus them on delivery.
Thank you very much indeed, Dr. Joe Abah, Director General, Bureau of Public Service Reforms. That's the show today, as a matter of fact. And, well, some sound filtering in is actually because we are at the venue of the NESG, the Economic Summit, and so you may hear that filtering in if you can already. But that's the show today. We thank you all for watching. I'm Chamberlain Osal. Well,
thank you. We didn't know that Harriet would be standing by to take you through the event as they happen. But thank you so much for watching Sunrise Daily. I'm Maokwe Ogun.
In actual fact, Harriet is right there, so we're handing over to Harriet in a moment. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sulaiman Lede.